So today we are gonna find out who your next relationship is gonna be with. So, what they look like, and their personality traits, and hopefully when you will meet them or start dating them if you already know them. Okay, so go ahead and make your decision. We have 1, 2, and 3. You can pause the video if you need to, find out which one speaks to you. And we'll get started with group 1. Hi, group 1. Let's see what we have. Okay, interesting. So first of all, I feel like they might be a little shy. We don't have a face at all. I also feel like they could live not really like in the country, but somewhere much quieter than you're used to. And that they work with their hands, so they might make something, that might be their profession. Maybe they're an inventor, something like that, something where they clearly are making it from thinking about it and then putting it onto paper or actually making it. And I feel like they do have like more of a quiet locality wherever their house is. Either that or they go a lot to maybe a cottage or something, but I feel like this might be where they live. So it might be somewhere you're not used to. Maybe you're from the city. I don't know why, but I feel like you don't actually come from the country, but maybe you do. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, we don't have anything about what they look like yet. But yeah, somewhere, it's like upstate or something, somewhere where it's more quiet, more rural, really. Let's see what the last tarot is. Okay, so if they don't, like, actually make something, like, because at first I was thinking, like, wood. Like, they might make, I don't know, like, wooden silverware or wooden bowls, something like that. And then there's also a spoon here as well, so they might actually make wooden utensils. I don't know why it's so specific, or they might be a baker, or they might like to bake on top of that. And if not, then they work with their hands, because bakers use their hands, obviously. But yeah, I'm really feeling like strangely utensils. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess you could have that job, right? Just constantly whittle wood. I don't know. And I feel like they might be, because they come from the country, or if they don't come from the country but they live out there or something, I feel like they might find the wood and then make stuff out of it. And if not, then it's some sort of maybe recycling type of deal that they do like that. Like upcycling things and making it into art, maybe. They could be a sewer. They could like upcycle different materials. What else do we have? Okay, let's do these two. Okay, so again, we don't have much of what they would look like, really. I mean, this person has light hair, so they could have lighter hair and longer hair. But again, we have like silhouettes, and then they're facing the wrong way. So I am feeling again like the serenity, the rural landscape, right? They also could be a morning person. So maybe I feel like and then you could be quite opposite from them. Because remember I said like I didn't feel like you really came from the country, but I feel like that's where you will end up maybe, because that's where this person is. But you know, I don't blame you. I would move there too. You have a beautiful scene here. They could be a morning person, which again I feel like is very opposite of you. Because we have the two worlds, right? But they're both looking at each other. So they're going to meet, but it's like two worlds coming together. And so they could have lighter-ish hair. So this is like light brown hair. It's not quite dark. I'm not really feeling an age yet. Could be slightly younger than you. Let's see what else we have. Okay, interesting. So again, right, I said seamstress, like a sewer. She's sewing here, although it's a broken heart, but she is using her hands and she's sewing something. Got her hair pulled back, you know, she's working, she's doing something, she has gloves on. So yeah, it's like they do something where they use their hands a lot. Like I said, baking, sewing, making wooden utensils. Again, we have like the silhouette type of figure here. So yeah, like I'm not getting much, but okay, so with this, if I was gonna read that, it would be that they might have darker skin and darker hair, or one or the other. So they might just have darker skin, and then dark brown hair. And they might wear some sort, or maybe they, so it doesn't really have to mean like, oh, they dress in a suit, but they might wear something for their job. So say they are baking, they would wear an apron. So, and if not, then they do, maybe they are very professional about what they do. So it is a profession, it's not really like just a hobby. And maybe every once in a while they have to dress up to like go to a convention or something like that. But yeah, I feel like this person is quite different from you. We have two worlds here. And maybe you aren't quite the most creative, you know, maybe you don't do a lot with your hands, so that is kind of foreign to you, really. And maybe that is what attracts you to them, because you're so fascinated that, oh my gosh, they can make these things, you know, and they're attracted to you because you have the parts of them that they don't have, right? But I feel like I feel like you are going to move to where they are. I feel like you'll realize that you really like it, and that's where you're going to end up, and this will be you in the morning, you know, waking up, looking out the window, and this is what you will see. Although it might not be morning, because your person is the morning person. I feel like you're not. So this could be mid-afternoon sunshine there, and you're just waking up. Alright, let's see what else we have. Oh, they already know who you are. You might not know who they are. Or remember them, you know. They have 3 siblings, okay. And they have an odd-numbered birth year. So if you know how old they are, if you know their birthday, because you might know them, but they know you. But it doesn't mean that you know them. It doesn't always mean that. Okay, so try to remember these things, that they have 3 siblings and an odd-numbered birth year. Okay. We're also going to do trusty pendulum. Let's get a couple charms. Try to just do a few. Okay. Let's see if we're in. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so first of all, we have the 6, which is the Lover's card. Okay, so this is awesome. So that means that you guys will have an equal balance, which to me, I feel like this relationship really is that, that typical opposite attracts. You know, I think you really do have each other's opposites that you have been looking for in that other person, and you really do well together. Okay, we have this standing up. That was interesting. They never stand up like that, so that could be significant. Maybe they make walls. Maybe they're like in drywall or something, again, working with their hands. So take that how it is. It was a wall. And we have an S, okay? Huh. Okay, so when we have animals, sometimes, I don't know why, usually I go with the animal, right? But for some reason, I'm feeling like this person might have these as a tattoo. Oh, and then we have a butterfly too. So they might have either all of these as a tattoo, or they might have one of these as a tattoo. Okay. And maybe not the exact spider, but I feel like it is. I don't think it's just a spider web. I feel like it might be an actual spider. Either that, or they could be like nicknames for them or something. I really feel like it's not telling me to read it as a typical charm. It means something else, like a tattoo or some sort of significance where this has something to do with them, but not in that sense. I don't know what that means, like a nickname or something, like maybe their friends call them Turtle or Spider, you know? I'm not exactly feeling this one because I didn't really see it. I was concentrating on these. I feel like this really does have to do with change, okay? Either that or maybe you might have this tattoo because I feel like this doesn't go with this person. So it typically just means change or springtime because it is a pastel and Eastery color. So sometimes it does tell me springtime. So you might be meeting this person soon, or they already know you. So maybe they met you somehow just recently, like very recently in the springtime. But yeah, I'm feeling tattoos for some reason with this, or nicknames, something like that. And then we have the bell. Which is just like, well, one, it could be an actual telephone call, right? Someone could be ringing your home bell, your doorbell. Or it just means sounding the alarm. So maybe something is going to happen where it's going to alert you that this person is interested in you because they know you. I don't know. Maybe they know you and they're not quite interested yet. Maybe it's mutual. Maybe you're both figuring each other out right now. But yeah, that's all I really feel with this is like they might be calling you. They might, or either that or that's how they met you, is through a telephone call. Okay. Let's see what the pendulum has to say. So we're going to find out when, since you already, well, let's see what it says because you might not actually know this person. So maybe we'll see when you guys will begin dating or get married. So, but you might not know this person, so I don't think you're going to be getting married like that. So this could be for dating. When you begin actually knowing you have feelings for each other and that this is going somewhere. Let's find out. Come on. Okay, 6 months. So that does make sense if you are mutually interested in each other. Maybe this person is kind of interested in you because they know you. Then yeah, maybe that will be, maybe they'll, take a couple months and then this will be when they start coming around and you'll start, maybe it'll become serious at that point. So in 6 months, you could literally be dating the person that you're going to marry. So that's exciting. It's not a few years from now or anything like that. And we didn't get a few days because that wouldn't make sense. 6 months seems reasonable, right? So that's good. So I hope that this helped you. Maybe that means you'll get the phone call in 6 months. Or that message, But yeah, so we definitely have lovers, remember? Something about them that has to do with spiders and turtles. I don't know. They might have those as a pet. Maybe that's what it is. Okay? So yeah, I hope that helped. If not, feel free to choose another pile and see if that one calls out to you instead. Um, and you could always check out other videos as well that I've posted before. And stay tuned. You can subscribe so that you don't miss any new ones. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And take care of yourselves. And I hope you have a good night. Hi, Group 2. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's get a good look. Okay. First of all, I feel like this person might be very outdoorsy. They might really like to hike, like a lot. I don't mean like a couple times a year, I mean like all the time. I feel like they might live somewhere. Maybe they live somewhere that has a lot of trails and mountains, something like that. But they really like being outside. They really like hiking. And I'm really feeling like mountains, like they're hiking. It's not just like an easy trail, I don't think. Maybe, but we have two people they're both using a walking stick. They both have mountains, you know. They might have a dog that goes with them. They might have light hair. I'm feeling like blonde. They might even bleach their hair blonde. But I feel like light skin and blonde, okay? I feel like it might be like more natural. Yeah. Could be younger as well, but I'm not positive in that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see what else we have. But yeah, definitely, that's definitely their favorite hobby. If not, that could even be like their job. They could be a ranger, you know, a park ranger, something like that. Okay. Okay, I like this. So, again with the adventure. So, if you can see that, um, there's a dragon, okay, it's like a princess. So, they could even be into that stuff. Like maybe that's their favorite type of movies and things to do. Maybe they play a lot of like video games or whatever with their friends or, you know, online. Um, you know, where it's like role playing or it's like legends of whatever, you know, it's like got dragons and witches and magic. They might do a lot, like even Dungeons and Dragons, even. Um, Something like that, where they're into that stuff, you know, it's fun to them. The Merlin and all of that stuff. But if not, it could just be as simple as a video game that they'll be playing when you meet them, or something like that. It could be a conversation you might have. And if not at all with that, it just means that they really like adventures, which goes again with what I was saying with the hiking. They really like to hike and have like a daily adventure or a weekend adventure, and they go camping. They might have. Yeah, like I feel like it's more they do it by choice. It's not. I don't feel like they're a ranger. I feel like, and if they are, then they just really are all about that life because they're also a ranger and chooses to go camping and hiking and things like that. Mm. They might also own a horse, and I only feel that way a little bit. So they might not own a horse, but they might live somewhere where there's a lot of horses, something like that. There's like mountains and farmlands and stuff. But that's where they want to be. That's where they are. We're getting a lot of outdoorsy people today. Okay. Okay. So, in this picture, there's a lot of water, okay? So, I thought maybe that they could be near water, but then this picture kind of told me that maybe they just go there a lot. So, if they don't live there, they definitely have favorite spots that they go to. They might, I don't feel like they fish. I think they just honestly like hiking and finding secluded places. Maybe they're a photographer. Maybe they like to take photos. They could even have like their own blog about it, where they travel and hike. So they might not stay in their own little area and hike all the time in the same spot. They might actually go a lot to different places. But I feel like, oh, maybe they don't live there. Okay, I don't feel like they live there, but they have a home, like a summer home or a cottage near a lake that they hike at a lot. So maybe that's, okay, that makes sense, because I didn't feel like they were a ranger. I felt like they're a professional, okay? But I didn't feel like it was with this. So they must have like a regular job, and then they get vacations, or it's probably not too far away. It could be like an hour or so away, where it's like farther rural, and they can take weekends there, and that's like their other home. So I feel like this person has two homes. I don't feel like they just camp all the time. I feel like they might have an actual home, and I feel like it might be like on a river or a lake, like they rent it or they own it, whatever. And they really enjoy doing that. You obviously like hiking as well. And I feel like you, whether you marry this person or not, this is definitely your next like serious relationship. So I feel like this person is definitely on your level, you know? Because I'm feeling like this isn't just like, oh, your next fling or something. Like, I feel like I'm like half reading, it's like more, it was supposed to be for like your relationship, but I'm feeling like it's more your next person you're gonna marry, but that's not what I'm trying to channel. So maybe this next relationship, and for group 1 too, because I felt that as well, that this next relationship you're in, I feel like you're gonna marry them. But yeah, so we have, okay, light colored hair, right? They love hiking. They might be into like medieval stuff, right? The dragon-y Merlin stuff. Okay, so this makes sense. Okay, so we have cards. So this could be games. They might gamble, but I don't feel like they're gambling. They might make certain bets or something, like little bets with their games they play or something, but I don't feel like they're going to a casino or anything like that. I feel like this is just games. So it might be some sort of game that they're into, this dragon thing. Because we also have this axe with this gaming, so I feel like it's like some sort of medieval game or like magic, and you have tools, you have axes, things like that. Which is clearly like a big part of what they like to do, or whatever it is. It's like one of their main hobbies. Besides obviously hiking. So it's not like they're lazy, but they really do enjoy it. They might play it with their friends online, so they are communicating and talking with their friends and everything as well. So it's not like they're weird. They just really relax when they do it. It's something that they enjoy doing. So this could be a big clue for you. Because that is quite different, right? A hiker who also really enjoys gaming. Okay, so will be the one to ask you out. Oh, has lighter skin. See, I told you. I was pretty sure it was more natural, so that makes sense. Interesting that they're all kind of lighter, too, right? Again, with the light hair. And music will be playing when they ask you out. Ooh, so they're going to be the one to ask you out, and music will be playing when they ask you out. We have two, validating that this person is going to ask you out. And music will be playing. So maybe you'll be at a concert, maybe you'll meet them at a concert, and they'll ask you to hang out afterwards, or outside, or go to the bar down the street, with your friends and their friends. Something like that, because the music will be playing in the background, and they are definitely going to ask you out. Okay, so that's what we have for cards. I feel like that was a pretty good set of clues, right? Okay, a little more than I wanted, but we'll go with it. Okay. Okay, so we have an H, oh, an E, an R, and an E. What? It spells here. What does that mean? You guys, tell me what that means. Are they here? Did you just meet them? We also have her. They could be initials. He, and then re. So that could be the beginning of their name. Maybe it's a he that you're thinking about. I do find that weird that we spelled out here. So tell me what that means, if that means anything for you. Okay, so we have the Eye of Horus. So this is like good health, protection. It's really like calling in your divine self to work with your own body, okay? To like stay positive and to keep your body working positively as well. Then we also have another, what normally is a seed, okay, like a cosmic seed that's put in your mind or something, like an idea, but it also can look like an eye, right? So when they both come out, it kind of just validates each other. That and it could mean that maybe you just met them and a little seed is in your mind saying maybe that's who she's talking about. Okay. So interesting. Okay, so we have my rock that normally stands for a glacier to me. It just reminds me of a glacier. I don't know. So again, with the hiking, the outside, maybe they do travel and they go. Oh, that's interesting that they may look at maps a lot. And maybe they read the "you are here," right? But yeah, I feel like they might have maybe even hiked a glacier. And we have the Christmas tree, which kind of goes with that as well. Because normally I feel like this kind of tells me that they're a little bit down. So they could be right now, but I don't think it's a big problem. I feel like maybe it ties in with the hiking. Maybe they feel a lot better when they hike, which obviously, if they hike so much, it would make them feel good. So maybe that is a way that they meditate and kind of get out of the whole feeling sorry for themselves. And again, it does go along with the glacier, so it could be just like seasonal. That's what it's telling me, like environmental. Okay, then we have my little bee and my fairy, which are two flying creatures. So the bee usually can be like bumbling. It could mean that you're busy. So maybe this person is busy, but it can also mean traveling as well, because they do travel from flower to flower. They do pollinate seeds, right? So this could be the seed with the bee. So they could, they could be like a botanist as well, because it does make sense. Maybe they are very environmentally friendly. Like maybe they do things like that, where they travel around and they keep track of certain things. Maybe they are interested. Maybe they keep bees. But even I just feel like it all kind of does fit, though. It's some sort of like very environmentally aware person. They love hiking. They might be actually like proactive in being an advocate for the environment. Because we do have this. I feel like this is speaking of your person as well, that they are protective of you too. And again, like protective of the world, protective of the environment. Because I might not say that, but we have the fairy, which the fairy does the same thing. The fairy goes different places and sprinkles her fairy dust and makes things grow, right? Makes dreams come true, makes things happen. So I feel like with these two charms, that's telling me they might be, upset about climate change. They could be an advocate for that because we have the glacier, which at first I thought was just traveling, but then we have this along with this too. So I'm feeling like, yeah, they might be very into that, the whole climate change, really being a voice for animals and the environment in general. Okay. And I feel like you're not opposite of them. I feel like you are, that might be how you meet them as well, because you are also into that, the whole hiking and the environment. So let's see, since, did we know if they, okay, we don't know if they know you or not, right? Yeah, we have no idea if you know this person or not. So let's see. I'm gonna go with that you don't, because I think we would have known that by now. So I don't think you know this person. So let's see when you meet this person. When will you meet this person? I really hope it's not a few years for you. But let's see what it has to say. But we're just looking for meeting. Pendulum, just meeting, okay? When will they meet them? Oh no, it says a few years, you guys. Maybe this makes sense to you. Because again, I'm feeling like this is more going towards your spouse, which I didn't mean to. So there might be a few no good relationships in between. Maybe they'll just be flings, you know? And this will be your next real relationship, because that's what I'm going for, like your next meaningful relationship. So you might not meet them for a few years, unfortunately. I don't want to choose a new one for you because that's not fair. This is what the universe wants to tell you. So, and maybe that could be relieving to you. Maybe you have a little bit that you want to get done. Maybe you are in college. Maybe you're trying to do a lot of stuff right now and you're not ready for it, but you want to see what, to look forward to. So this is something that you have plenty of time to do all the things you need to do, really get all of your stuff in order. And then you're going to meet this person. And believe me, a few years goes by really quick. Okay? And, I did ask for meeting. Pendulum could get confused. Maybe this is when you marry them, Because I'm a little confused. It's like I kept asking about relationship, next relationship. It's telling me spouses. So maybe I don't know. The universe is just not listening to me. And it's like, no, spouses. So, take it how it is. So if you are really busy or something, then this would make sense. Alright, you guys, it wasn't the best. I don't know. I wish I had a better answer than a few years. But that's what we got. So, yeah, this person, lighter hair, lighter skin, likes to play games, and you might as well, so that could be really fun for you. And might be into like the whole magic thing and stuff. And again, we have this little fairy too, but really feeling it's more like a game. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. If not, like always, check other videos or even check 1 or 3 if this one didn't resonate with you. And comment, like, subscribe so you don't miss out on new ones. And I hope you guys take care and have a good night. Hi, group 3. See what we have. Okay. Okay. Alright, this person they might be an actual scientist. They might not be, an actual scientist, like a rocket scientist or something, but if that's not their profession, then they are very into science. Like, they look into it, they might have subscriptions to magazines for it, they're all about it, they might go stargazing, they're very into science. So, and I feel like it might be their actual profession, they like it so much. It's definitely a big part of their life. And they also might be into conspiracy theories. And I don't mean like all the weird ones, but I mean really trying, not conspiracy, but like they might have their own scientific theory. I don't feel like it's weird. I don't feel like it might be something that they've really thought about a lot, and no one really has an answer about it. And I think they came up with their own scientific theory. I don't think it's like a conspiracy theory, but I think they are interested in that as well. But not because they're all about it, but because they're just interested. I think they have a very analytical mind. They're very they just want to know all the theories, you know? I don't think they stick to anything really. I think, you know, except for science, if it's actually proven. They are definitely into science and facts and how things work. Yeah, yep. Okay. Okay, we have the Empress again, and in this one, she almost looks like an actual scientist. She has a microscope, or a magnifying glass. She's got some little bugs there, so again, very interested in something, very interested. So whatever it is that their passion is, they're really into it. They dive right in. And I do definitely feel like it's something scientific. It might be history, but it's something like archaeology. It has facts and science to it. And that is what keeps them coming back and why they're so passionate about it, because it has answers and they're so interested in it. So maybe archaeology, that really does make sense for me. I'm feeling like that could make sense. Okay, so, alright, this is telling me that this person has a lot of ideas. Like a lot of ideas. Like they go from one thing to the next and they're like, well, if this happened, then that other thing happened, and that makes sense because in 400 AD, that's when that happened. You know, and they're always, I think they're very into it. They want to know what happened. Okay, and then this, I feel like this is telling me when you might meet them, or something very significant about them when you meet them. So there might be a lot of purple flowers around when you meet them. Okay, because they're also holding flowers. I do feel like this person might have dark hair. Both people in this photo have dark hair. We have dark hair, dark hair, and this one as well. Not these two, but these are the Empress. So, but all the other ones have dark. And again, I'm really feeling like maybe springtime or in the fall when leaves turn red and orange, you know, they turn the more red colors. But something about flowers, because this person is also holding flowers, so either they might offer you flowers, so or they did already, and this could tell you that this is the person. I'm not reading it as like the card, so I'm not saying no, it doesn't make sense to me, but it's something to do with purple flowers. It's the biggest part of this card. So it's definitely, and he's holding flowers. Very significant. So keep your eye out for that. It has to do something with your situation. So interesting. So, okay, again, so we have the death of something and the birth of something, which to me tells me that this person is very scientific. They want to know why something happens all the time. So when this thing stops, why does it become this thing, right? It's like they're interested in the process. Because this is a cycle, right? The death of something always emerges as the beginning of something new. And it's like they might even be interested in like the life cycle of a specific animal, because again, she's really looking intently at these little critters. So it could be something to do with nature, because that is scientific, obviously. There's like a lot of options, really, but it's definitely the cause and the ending, the correlation. Why do things happen? Why they end? It's like the cycle of something that they're studying. Could even be weather, but I don't feel like it. But that, again, it's scientific. I'm not really getting anything very specific, but it's scientific for sure. It's definitely, and it's a big part of their life, or it wouldn't be the main part of the reading. So this is something that definitely identifies this person. And they could be in the post-mortem, like they could be a coroner. I don't think so, but they could. But that's very interesting. We have an ending and then the beginning. That's interesting. It's something to do with science. Okay, they wear a meaningful accessory often. Okay, that's a good clue. So they might wear, a pin, earrings, a tie, whoever the person is that you're thinking of, a watch, a ring. But it's not all the time, but it's often. They wear a meaningful accessory often, so keep that in mind. Okay, your paths will cross after you make a final decision. Okay, so you might not know this person then. It's sounding like you don't know this person, and maybe you are going through an actual decision that you're making right now. Or a decision's coming up. This can give you a clue that this will be after all of this will be over. That's when this person will come into your life. Oh, another good clue. So they like to use their middle name. Okay, not a lot of people use their middle names. So these are good clues, okay? So keep those in mind. They wear a meaningful accessory often. They use their middle name. They like to use their middle name, so not all the time, but they like it. And your paths will cross after you make a final decision. Okay. We're going to ask the pendulum when your paths will cross. Okay, first of all, this thing's rolling around. So this is my friendship. It's more loyalty, so it's like friendship, loyalty. So you guys you could have been friends before, but I don't think so. But you might start off as just friends, and it might not last that long. You might just be friends for a month or something, and then realize you like each other. Something like that. Like maybe when you meet, they might be kind of dating someone when you meet them, and so you might have to kind of hang around as a friend until, that the old relationship just kind of subsides. I do feel like that it might start that way. Okay, and I don't think they'd be in a serious relationship. I think it's just, they met someone. And okay, so we have an F, A, T, and G. Okay. We have fat, so they might be working out. They might be trying to get rid of some fat. They might be on the chubbier side. It's not bad, but I don't think that that's really what it's saying. I think they're more initials, because these are some weird letters. So, and we have tag too, but I don't know. I'm really feeling like it's like initials. So see if that means anything to you. Yeah, I don't know. We only have one. Oh, also have this one, but that's upside down, so I go with whatever one is facing up. Okay, then we have the picture. So this tells me that, again, you might meet as friends, right? Because the picture is for more than one person. So you might meet in a friend setting, like a group setting, something like that, like at a party or a get-together. And you don't know them yet. So I feel like it might be like in the summertime. It might be some sort of get-together that you might do with friends. And this might be when you meet this person. Okay, we have my peace sign and my amusement park token. So this could mean that this person is fun, adventurous, right? Or you might actually meet by going to an amusement park, like with a friend setting, like a group of you are all going and other people bring other people. You might meet them that way. And then this tells me that I'm feeling like they might like that sort of music. So they might be into, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, the old Black Sabbath, Cream. They might be into older stuff, like the Beatles. Yeah. I'm not feeling like they're a hippie or anything. This could be significant to you. Like maybe they have, again, a tattoo maybe of a peace sign, and it's very, significant to this person. But I'm feeling like it's more music. It might be, they really enjoy that type of music. I feel like they're a really laid back person because, again, we have the amusement park and we have the picture. So it's all like laid back. Yeah, I don't think they have any bad things to warn you about or anything like that. They're very, again, scientific. So it's interesting that I was hoping maybe we would get like this could even mean their charm that they wear, because that's what I was hoping, like their meaningful accessory. Hoping to get a clue about that, but sometimes the universe doesn't want to tell you too much, because sometimes you can ruin it if you do know too much. So that could be a clue, okay? So the meaningful accessory might have something to do with this peace sign. It might not be an actual peace sign, but it might have something to do with the Beatles or with something that has to do with that, right? You'll know what it means when you come across it. Okay, so let's ask the pendulum when you'll be done with this final decision and you'll be meeting them. When? And this reading, I didn't really get too much spousal feeling. So this one might just be your next serious relationship. Okay, you could be meeting them next week. Wow. This could be through like online dating, something like that. I don't think it's really, wow, well then you're going to be done with this final decision soon. So you'll know what that is when you make that final decision. So it's coming up. And yeah, maybe you didn't even know that you were going to make this decision so soon, but apparently you are, because you might not meet them, but your paths will definitely cross. That's what it said. So maybe you might not even know it at first, but once you start talking to them more, you'll realize, oh, I remember that you were there, but I didn't know who you were or whatever. But I was there too. That sort of thing. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. So that is your next serious relationship. So I hope it helped. And if not, check out other videos. And as always, comment, like, subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any new ones, subscribing always helps with that. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves and have a good night.